Welcome back, everybody. Stoner Jesus Show. On the video chat, we have Dr. Lovejoy at Femme Dom Therapy on Twitter. If you'd like to follow her, we'll get into, of course, all that she is doing and all of that stuff. But first, Doc, if I may call you Doc, welcome to the
That's
show.
what everybody calls me. Thank you so much for having me, Jesus. We need a little Jesus in our lives right now,
Absolutely.
and
It's been
you're the one.
2020 has been a long year so far, or a long
It's
few
it's
years.
it's like a vortex that just won't. It's the gift that won't stop giving.
As
But
far as like
thank you
the
to have me. I'm really excited.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for taking the time to be on the show and going through all the little technical issues that sometimes arise before we can connect these calls. Um, the with the whole coronavirus thing and the COVID thing, how's your health? How are the people around you? How have the last few months been?
I'm great. Those around me are great because we haven't done anything in months except for, I take walks and I have not left my area in 3 months.
So
But
that's good. That's what you got to do.
yeah, and I'm in Los Angeles where it is currently rising. So
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm not looking forward to go. It's just not really fun to me anyway to go to a restaurant and hang out with a timed limit. And so I'll just
No.
stay here. I got
Yeah.
you. I like to smoke pot, so I'm okay
Hey,
staying home,
that helps.
being outside. It's summer, and
Definitely helps a lot with
yeah,
the isolation and the um killing time, if you will, depending on what you're up to.
absolutely.
So your Twitter name, Femdom Therapy. We'll get to the therapy part in a minute, but for the uninitiated, if you will, what exactly does femdom entail?
Well, a femdom is a female dominant, and that would be me. So I'm kind of the leader with the when a guy talks to me, I'm the dominant one. I
Yeah.
make them feel weak. So when we do the femdom therapy, it's not really your traditional come sit on my couch and let's talk about your issues with your wife, your girlfriend, with women, or whatever it is in general. It's got more of a deeper twist to it and more of a kinky side.
So how is that? Obviously, therapy is for the purposes of helping someone's mental state, or at least hopefully.
Yeah.
How do men being humiliated? How do they find that helps them mentally
It's a
or
release.
sexually?
Everybody's
Okay.
got their thing. Whatever it takes. So some guys want to be called, a lot of guys, I'm not even going to say some, a large amount of men want to be told they're losers and that they're pathetic and they love to pay for it. I think I've discussed this with a lot of doms and friends of mine who do this. The psychology behind that is a lot of these guys are really successful. People are kissing their ass all day long, and sometimes they just want to go back to that point in time where they were a nerd or whatever they were and just be refreshed on, yeah, this is what I am. Inside, I'm just a little bitch. And they get their thing out.
When I first started interviewing cam models and such, like maybe 10 years ago at this point, I first learned about small penis humiliation. Is that still a big thing in that world?
Yeah, that's SPH. If you're looking on Twitter, that
Yes.
would be under the hashtag SPH. There's a
Oh,
thing. That's a huge thing. That's an everyday thing for me. Yeah. Even some guys who will, at the end of a conversation, they'll say, I actually, my dick's not even really that small. And I'm always like, so what is it about it? They're like, I don't know. I just want to be made fun of. Whatever it is, it gets them off. But yeah, it's a huge, no pun intended, it's a huge thing.
yeah. I definitely, getting on social media and all that stuff, I've learned about a lot of things that I didn't know existed. It's been, technology is incredible in many ways. Obviously, you mentioned cannabis. We love cannabis, of course. That's my whole thing here. I built everything around. Um, do you find that cannabis helps with, especially the sexual side of things? Is it something that you talk about with in your therapy or with clients or anything like that?
Yeah, well, if you don't already know about this fetish, you're going to know about it now. Another really big fetish is called forced intoxication. So guys call up or cam, whatever, they want you to make them smoke a ton of weed or whatever extracurricular activity they have, drink until you get them so mind fucked and help them enhance everything. So a lot of guys who are into the hypnosis thing, weed
Mm.
plays a huge part of it because you know what poppers are? Have you heard of poppers?
I've heard of them. I have a vague idea, but obviously, if you
Okay,
would,
so it's an inhalant and you can get it
mm,
at 7-Eleven and it's an
mm,
over-the-counter thing. Whatever it is, it gets your head a little messy. And that's a big thing too. But yeah, so that is a big plan. Of course, it's easier to get your hands on. It's pretty much everywhere. So it's
yeah.
easy for to use and to play. And the whole thing is like, oh, you're gonna get me so fucking high that I'm gonna give you all my information. That's a big deal. And I laugh because as someone who smokes a lot of weed, and as you would know too, I never get to that point. There's
No.
not enough weed I could smoke to, no, never.
So how does that go? Like, if is it like a video thing? They're sitting there smoking a bong, and if they take like a little hit, you call them a pussy or something like that.
Or like I would watch them on cam, or
Yeah.
or just talk to them and I'd hear the bong or whatever, and I'd be like,
Mm,
take another hit,
yeah.
take 2 hits, hold it for 10 seconds, and then you count it 10, 9, 8. And you know what? Whether it's fantasy or reality, whatever it is, that's the game. That's what they want to play.
Yeah.
And it's harmless fun in the end. But
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
so weed does play a huge role.
Do you find that it helps sexually? Because I know a lot of people say no, kind of desensitizes me, and some people say I use it all the time. What are your thoughts on it?
For me personally,
Yeah, or your
uh,
experience with
um,
people. Either way,
well, me personally, I like I said, I'm too much of a recreational smoker, so
mm.
I wouldn't know the difference.
It doesn't phase you anymore.
Because no, because I mean I'm always kind of in
Yeah.
that place. But yeah, a lot of people do say that. I hear
Mm.
more yes than not.
Yeah.
Because it's not like alcohol. You can completely control yourself.
Right.
Actually, I think for people with anxiety, it's really good sexually because you can relax and get to that place that if your head is somewhere else, it helps you just focus.
Yeah. So, how long? When did you start smoking cannabis? How long was your relationship with Mary Jane lasted?
Oh, it's been an intense relationship, I would say, for the past 27 years.
Okay. Do you find any?
And living in California, it's
Yeah, I imagine it's
easier to get into it here.
yeah.
It's been
When,
around me all the time.
yeah. Whenever I talk to people from California, they always mention it's pretty much everywhere now. If it wasn't everywhere before under medical marijuana, now with the recreational, it's definitely increased, especially in certain
Yeah,
areas of the
it's
state.
literally,
Yeah.
yes, in my neighborhood, there is literally a weed shop. I'm
Mm,
not even joking. There is a weed shop maybe every half mile going down one certain stretch for many miles. There's a
nice.
lot of weed.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you have
yeah.
any favorite strains? Do you have any like go-to strains? Or are you one of those type of people that just tries all kinds of stuff?
I'll try anything. I do. I'm more of a sativa girl.
Yeah.
I love Girl Scout cookies. I feel, and
Mm,
Blue Dream, I feel like is a classic.
absolutely.
Always kind of does me right. But yeah, no, I'm not snobby like that. I
What
like when
about?
somebody shows up with a pretty joint that looks like a rainbow and it's dipped in keef. But I don't know. I don't personally need to be on level 20 all the time.
Yeah.
So that to me would be for more of a special occasion. I'm okay with. I don't need to be at with 24% THC on a all day level.
Yeah.
I'm
Pretty much.
okay with that.
Got I got
You?
stuff to do. Yeah, I like to be a kind of a low level because I have a lot of stomach problems and things like that. So once that's taken care of, I'm really good because I got to be productive all day or whatever passes productive in the world of stoner Jesus, which is a lot of this and shows and stuff like that. Which people think is not a lot of work. It's not a ton of work, but it is it's something. Like I said before, the whole aura of professional broadcasting going on here. As far as ingestion
People don't
methods,
realize all the marketing and all of this and
oh yeah,
that.
it's
There's a lot of
the
work.
promotion and all that is just constant.
Yeah.
whether it's 4 in
It's
the
a lot
afternoon
of
or 4 in
work.
the morning. I'm on social media telling people, hey, I have a show. Come watch it, listen to it. Get your ass over here.
Exactly.
You mentioned joints and stuff. As far as ingestion methods, do you have any favorite ways of that? Bongs, edibles, anything like that?
I flip around. I
Mm,
usually like a volcano, but
that's very
then
nice.
I kind of get sick of that, and then I go to a bong and never joints. Not really, unless it's a party joint.
Mm,
Too harsh for me.
okay.
So yeah, usually, even though some people would probably say a bong is really harsh, but I do use like the filtered with the honeycomb and
Yeah.
it feels more filtered. Uh, so I bob back and forth. Those are my two. If I'm out in public, I'll smoke out a pipe, whatever is
Yeah.
available. But
Absolutely.
at home, it's yeah. Right, currently, I'm on bong.
Nice.
What about
I
you?
I usually glass pipe is usually the easiest for me. I like the convenience. I like because the bong can be harsh and joints and blunts is the same problem. I was way back in the day. I was a metal bowl person until I
Oh
learned that
shit.
was not very good. So I've been glass ever since. Just the convenience and everything is just it's good. Plus I can't roll
What
worth
about
shit.
vaping?
Uh, yeah, I've had some portable vaporizers. Some people have sent me some for the show to try out and things like that. The flower portable vaporizers I like. I've never been a real dab concentrate person. I've tried it. I have a dab
Yeah.
thing here laying around somewhere, but I don't use it all that much. I've always been a flower bowl type of guy. It does the job. So
Yeah, see, the dabbing is too intense for me.
yeah,
That's just too, that's what I'm saying, where I don't need to be at level 20
yeah,
all
it's
the time.
it's a bit
That's like
much.
way too much for me. I got shit, as you say, I got shit to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've noticed that you focus a lot on audio uh, content, if you will. A lot of people like me, I used to be audio all the time. When I started podcasting, my dream was I'm gonna have this cool radio show and I'm gonna be on the internet and all that. And it didn't quite turn out that way. And a few years ago, I was forced to do video just for the exposure and getting the show out there. Something I said 50 times I would never do because I don't understand why people want to see me talking to a microphone. But here we are. I noticed that what sets you apart is a lot of the audio, the MP3s, stuff like that. Why do you find that to be an effective way to get content out there?
Well, I don't make videos.
Mm.
Like all the pretty much everybody you've had on, I would assume makes videos.
Yeah,
I don't do any videos. I don't do any videos. I don't do any, you don't see anything. I don't ever, well, I mean, see me as me, but you don't see me. I don't do lingerie. I don't do nudity.
yeah,
My whole shtick is strictly audio. That's it. It's audio porn and everything I put out. You never hear anything like, "Oh, you're gonna fuck me." It's the opposite. It's
yeah,
I would never fuck you. um, and yeah, it sells. It's not everybody's looking for to they want to hear an audio. It's like, do you like great music? It's the same.
yeah,
It's music to somebody's ears. It's something. It's a deep feeling. It's and look, when I'm doing it, I do it in a specific. My voice cadence is very like, "This is your Dr. Lovejoy," and in this session, I'm gonna mind fuck you deep into oblivion. So, I'm not, it's also the whole audio reaction of how do you physically feel after hearing it as well. And my voice has this effect. So that's where that lies.
yeah. I got to think in a world where now video and just everything imaginable, every fetish category you can think of is available immediately, free in multiple places. I got to think
Hmm.
that something like that really stands out and draws a lot of attention.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Um,
And,
as
trigger marketing trigger words. And I've been doing this for 16 years now. So I feel like I have a really good handle on what men are looking for, and the topic, and what makes them move on the topic to keep them coming back for more. So it's also, the quality of what you're putting out,
Yeah,
like anything else. But
absolutely.
that's, I think, one of my specialties is tapping in on those topics and using those. It's sorcery. It is like a therapy, like a therapy. I get
Hmm.
into your head. I do a lot of weird mantras where you just repeat things. So yeah, it's just a different experience. So, and it's out there, so much of it out there, but I think it's just my content design, and I think my shtick as well
Yeah,
is completely different.
yeah. I got definitely the interactive thing is something that's become big, especially I guess in the last few
Yeah.
years on the internet and social media and all that, with the rise of OnlyFans and all that. It's a big business now. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, sorry, back to what you're saying.
Hmm.
So because there's so much free, I get a lot of custom requests because they want to
Yeah.
hear their name.
That was
So,
my
or
next
they,
question is
they're
about like requests and
yeah.
like create. Do you get like crazy requests? What are some of the crazier ones? Things that you were just like, no, I'm not fucking doing that or saying
Oh,
that.
well, anything. I don't do any racial request things. I
Yeah.
get that. I don't know. Ugh. Sometimes I just like, really, is this like a joke? I mean, who would even do this? But I guess
Is
some
it? I
people
gotta ask. Is
don't
it
do anything.
African American guys asking to be called the N word? Do you get that ever?
Yes, and I don't even know that they're like, I don't know who's behind
Right.
it. Like, it could be anybody who
Yeah,
just,
that's definitely.
whatever it is. I'm like, yeah, are you fucking kidding me? Get
Yeah,
real.
that's definitely what we
Let's
just
see.
don't
I
want to get
get a
into.
lot. Yeah, no. Some funny ones I've recently got
Mhm.
are mommy Lovejoy. They want me to be their mommy and punish them by making them wear a diaper, and they're gonna soil their diaper and they have to sleep in it, and then they're a fucking loser. Um,
Well,
I
and if
have
they're shitting their
one
diaper,
guy
like
who
they are a
recently,
loser.
yeah, exactly. When you're an adult wearing a diaper, the
That's
whole thing
right.
is like hilarious, right? The recently had a guy who, I thought this was pretty funny. The details were he saying whatever town it is that he lived in, and then I know the truth about him, that he's secretly a sissy, and then I'm training him while we're in quarantine to be the best cocksucker in the whole town. And I'm putting him through this metamorphosis that he's a butterfly and he's going to come out of this as a sissy bitch cocksucker.
Wow, it's a lot
Um,
of detail.
yeah, I get really weird shit.
I guess some
It's
people
awesome.
have a lot of time to think of scenarios and stuff.
I guess it's like you get to hear your fantasy told out to you, and that's got to be kind
Mm.
of fulfilling, right? Having somebody else deliver it to you in such a safe way where you
Yeah.
don't, it's anonymous, it's safe. No one, you're not actually doing anything totally weird. Oh, I got one for you.
Okay.
I had a guy the other day calls me on cam, and we do these things called humiliation assignment. I had him go to CV. I made him wear a t-shirt and put a band under it and stuff it so he had titties. And then I made him go to CVS with the boobs, and I made him get press on nails and a douche. And then he has to check out. And I'm like, you tell them it's for you. And then he goes home and he puts the press on nails on. And yes, I made him use the douche.
Ah, yeah, I was going to ask if that's something you have to take the is like the honor system you have to take the word for it, or is that something you have like
Oh
video
no,
confirmation of? Yeah,
I saw it on video. I was watching this live. So yeah,
that
no.
is hilarious.
Okay, when you do these tasks, they often want you to be with them the whole time. So
Yeah.
they call you and they are paying from the time they go to CVS up until you have them home with this stuff. So that's, yeah, there's some of your weird shit from, this is just this past week.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah,
The
it's
endless
unbelievable. I know.
possibilities of the internet.
I Look, my whole thing is I think I've heard it all, and somebody at some point always comes along and tops it, and then I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Once again, I've been freaked. Yeah.
Dr. Lovejoy, it's been a great time. Before you go, we give you the opportunity because you're in a lot of different places with links and all that stuff.
I'm all
Where's some of the
over.
places that people can find you on social media and stuff like that?
The easiest, call Dr. Lovejoy, text Dr. Lovejoy, Dr. Lovejoy audio, or just come find me on Twitter because I'm always pushing all of it at Femme Dom Therapy. And Stoner Jesus, thank you so much for having me and keeping things high and light.
That's what we're trying to do. Obviously,
It's been a pleasure.
come back anytime. Just let us know.
Oh, thank you. And ditto. Like to have you.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Bye
Thank
for
you.
now, everyone. See ya.
Bye. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.